Welcome back. Now, when you head into a health shop these days, there are a number of different vitamins and health products and supplements to choose from. So how do you know which ones are the good ones? And are these ones the good ones? Jaine Kirtley from Bay Naturopath is joining me today. Jaine, is this good? This is your one, isn't it?
Definitely
so it
is. Oh, I'm going to say that. But it definitely is. Now, the difference there is the most natural form of supplement that you get. They're in the form that the nutrients are naturally found in food, hence they're called food state.
Because the entire, how do you pronounce it?
Entire Katoa.
Yeah.
That's the company name. It's a 100% New Zealand owned company, but the food state isn't a brand name. No. It just describes the process, or it describes the form that they're in.
Why is that important that it's coming from food?
It's hugely important that they're in this form, because normally, but virtually all the vitamins and minerals that are sold as supplements, the nutrient is there in an isolated form. So, for instance, the vitamin C or whatever, you'd get vitamin C, vitamin C, vitamin C, vitamin C, and more or less they're in together with some binders and fixers. The difference is, if you found vitamin C in food itself, it would be vitamin C attached to lots of different things. So it'd be within a complex, attached to things like enzymes, proteins, fats, various other components. So that's the natural form. Now, in food state, the vitamin C is just as it would be in food. So it's this vitamin C attached in a complex to all the other nutrients that would naturally be found in.
So why is that important? Because you're getting the natural way, but also you're getting all those other vitamins as well.
And that's really important, because that makes a huge difference to the way your body recognises that nutrient. So it means you've got increased bioavailability, increased absorption, and a lower toxicity. So this means that your body can take it in, recognise it straight away, and get it to the place that it's exactly got to go to in your body.
Yeah. I mean, is it good to be taking supplements and vitamins? I mean, shouldn't we just be getting it from our food?
Which certainly the food is hugely important, and absolutely always do your absolute best to have the best diet possible. It's not always possible to get the best diet. Not only you could be very focused on eating well, eating all the right things, but the way the food is stored, processed, and even how it's grown makes a difference. So the nutrients we find in the soil to start off with, then we grow the food from that. Well, if we haven't had those nutrients in the soil, we're not going to get them. So that it's likely that there's going to be deficiency. And worldwide, there's definitely been a decline in the amount of nutrients that are in the soil over the last 60 odd years, 100 odd years, yeah.
So if we're looking at getting a vitamins or a food supplement or anything like this, what do we need in our supplements? Is there anything special?
Well, we need the vitamins in a form that the body can easily recognise. So, and we need to look at the other components. So look at the other binders and factors and see, we don't need a lot of extra chemicals to put it in. So the food state supplements all have very natural other substances in them. So the things that hold it together are all vegetable based, and so they're actually not introducing other chemicals in there, they're pretty high. And most other supplements available, sort of 90% in the world,
Yeah. Is there a chance that you overdo your supplements if you're getting too much of one thing?
Yeah, there can be. This is way more likely if you don't have the food state supplements.
Yeah.
The food state supplements are lesser toxicity. And there's been quite a lot of research on food state over the last 30 or so years. And a lot of that has been published in the gold standard journals, which are the peer-reviewed journals, and just showing how much safer it is to take the food state supplements, as well as how much more bioavailable and useful they are to us. But certainly other supplements, which are those isolated ones, remember I say, you can easily get too much. And the reason that a lot of those are put in the supplements is that they say, these aren't getting through to the body, so therefore better take more. But the point is, they weren't in the form to be absorbed in the first place.
Exactly.
So that's why, yeah.
So if you're after something, you need to go for something like this. And I've noticed that on these, you've actually printed the labels in Te Reo as well as in English.
That's
Why did you do that?
Well, I suppose the short answer is, look, this is our country. We've got 3 official languages. One of them English, one on Te Reo Maori, and the other one sign language. So obviously sign language doesn't work on a label.
No.
But for a lot of people in New Zealand and a growing number, Te Reo Maori is becoming their language and their first language and the language of choice throughout their lives. And it seems to make a heck of a lot of sense when I want to communicate with people in our country to say, have a language there that everyone can understand. So if it's Te Reo Maori, that's your language of choice, hey, it's on the label. If it's English, hey, it's on the label. Just pick out the one you want to read.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Jane, thank you. You're sticking around, aren't you? Because Jane Kirtley will be with us again after the break. We're taking a look at swine flu and how to beat it. Find out more next.